Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am here today to show you a new digi. And this is called number 10 envelope covers. Nothing exciting, just because that's all it is. I just took pages from different digis and my son turned them into the little envelope covers. So this is from Torn Paper and Ferns, and it's 18 pages long, so there's 18 of these covers. And then I have these in here from, I believe this one is Cat's Meow. This is Cat's Meow. And this is my 1893. And I think this one's Cat's Meow. Or no, that one might be Regal. This is Dog Days. Oopsie. And this is Dog Days, I think. Those ones kind of got all mixed up when I did it, but those kits, so if you have those, then those pages will go with it. Even if you have just the Cat's Meow, of course the other ones are going to go. This is the Fall. Fall is in the air. Old Love Notes. This is 1923. That's Ada. Letters to Santa. This is Winter Wonder. The one from last year, not this year. I named them different, but anyway. Easter Bonnet. Winter Wonder. Because the Blue Winter that I just put out already has one of the covers. This is Reason for the Season. Bee Journal. And 1923 add-on. So I didn't do like every kit, but there's a good variety, and it doesn't matter if you have the kits or not. Most of these are pretty general, like you could use them with a lot of different stuff. So, and they're made for the number 10 envelopes. All right, with the window. Okay, so that's that. And then I was playing around with this painter's masking paper, and I have made like a little booklet that would be like this. Open it, there's a pocket, another pocket, pocket, and then you can go to the back, and these would be just either pages for writing or whatever. You could add other pockets if you wanted to, but anyway, this starts out as, I can't remember for sure, I think it was 30 is what I ended up doing, is taking a piece that was 30 inches long, so you can see it's pretty darn long, and then this is on a roll that's 12 inches tall. So the rolls look like this. You can usually find them at like Lowe's, Home Depot, in the painting section, and you might be able to get them at Walmart, but I don't know. I haven't looked there because I've had my rolls for a while. They last a while. And so I kept the height the same, but I, cut a piece 30 inches long, folded it in half, and then folded it up. I think it was 2.5 or 3 inches. Yeah, it's like more like 3.25 inches folded up from the bottom, and the top is left open on this one. The other one I did it the other way, so it really doesn't matter which direction. You can fold this end up if you want to pop it that way. I used a different type of paper, so it's going to make a difference where your solid fold ends up. On this particular paper, it's on the side. On another piece of paper I did, the fold that doesn't open is on top. So it's not going to make a huge difference. If you want to cut this side open to make a pocket here, you can, and you can glue the top here. So it's just however you want to do it, or you can glue the entire thing shut. But you fold this up 3.5 inches. It's folded in half already. Then you just fold this side in and fold this side in to make this type of a booklet. Okay, so I have one, and for this one, it's a little bit shorter. That's just how it turned out with the paper. I used this packing paper, and I get this at Walmart, and I use this to pack my book cradles in and other items that I sell in, and it's just that kind of newsprint paper. I liked the green. I'm gonna make more of a Christmassy little journal thing in that one, and this one's gonna be using my blue winter digi. So I didn't want the green for this particular one. So I did the exact same thing, except I folded, this paper was oriented in this direction unfolded. I can't show you because I glued it down, but if I unfolded it, it would be like this long. So it's 11, so it'd be like 22 inches unfolded. I folded it in half this way instead of the other way. And so this top is all closed up on this one. Then I folded this piece up 2.5. That's why I was thinking 2.5 on the other one. So this measures now 8.5 with a 2.5 inch pocket. And each one of these folds is like almost 3 3/4. And then I folded that in half and folded this side in and this side in. And that's how you can get the equal, you know, spacing. Folding it in half, folding this side in and then this side in. Okay. So I glued the pocket entirely together on this one. You can see it's kind of off on the fold, and I don't know, the paper must not be like square or whatever, which doesn't really surprise me because it's just meant for like packaging. It's not necessarily meant to do this type of thing with, but so I just glued the pieces together. I left these pockets opened, so you can put like a really long tag in here or whatever you like, but you can glue those shut if you don't want it like that. Like you could glue the whole two sides of the paper when you fold it together if you don't want any of these type of openings. I did put glue on the inside down this fold and down this fold. That's all. These are open. You could technically cut the top here and make a pocket if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have 2 pockets here on the side. And this paper is pretty thin, but by the time you cover it with like scrapbook paper or, you know, digis or whatever, it's going to thicken it up quite a bit. So I also went around, as you can see, with just acrylic white paint around all the edges. And that's just so, because, you know, I'm going to tear these, so they're not going to measure exactly perfectly, so you're going to probably see like a little bit of that edge, and I did want it more of the white, and I'll probably ink it a tiny bit too. So that's just personal preference. If you like the, you know, a little bit of the gray of that newsprint, then you can just leave it like that, or if you just want to ink it or whatever. So these are glued together, this whole flap down here at the bottom, and then I glued up the sides. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this pocket, you know, down. So I'm going to glue all these because I don't want tags and things like falling over, because when you open it all the way, if you don't put glue on these folds, you know, your tags can fall over and all that kind of thing, and then it makes it hard to fold. So we're going to glue all those. So I hope you guys are having a good day now that I got all the jabbering out of the way. Oh my goodness, this was working just fine. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I put these little, I stuck my pin inside of the little rubber knitting needle covers. That seems to work pretty good. Other than I just think I need to wash this. The good thing about having the paint on there is it kind of strengthens those edges a little, because like I said, this is just that newsprint paper, so it's a little bit flimsy. But it works great for a base. I mean, it's perfect for this type of project because you don't want to get it too thick. I have a craft like painter's masking paper, but it's really thick, and so I knew by the time I folded it all up like this, it would just be, you know, not nice. It would be hard to fold it and keep it together. It's not wanting to glue particularly well with the paint. Okay, so now I've got these pockets and all these pockets. So, oh, you know what? I didn't, that was dumb of me. I should have decorated it first before gluing the pockets closed. So think of that when you do it. But we'll make it work. You don't necessarily have to decorate, obviously, down in the pockets anyway. Okay. So I got some other blue, papers from a paper pad that I have, and it's just a paper pad that I bought at Joann Fabrics, and I can grab it to show you guys if I can remember where I set it. It's this Park Lane papery, and it's just a big old stack, and they're pretty much just copy paperweight. So it's not a super thick paper. I just thought I might want it here and there. So let's see, what do we want on the front cover? These kiddos would be cute, and so the little girls. You want the little girls. That's cute. I don't know, let me see, what else do I have here? I could also use that lady because she's a lot bigger piece. This one that's making the snowball. I don't know which one I want on there. I love those kids on the sled too, but I don't like how they're all the way up at the top for this particular thing. I think I'm going to go with her. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. It would help if I measured this, wouldn't it? Oh my goodness, I just had that ruler and I don't know where I set it. We've been just getting stuff done around here. 8.5 by 8.5. So let's see, I want to get this edge torn off first. Sorry, I'm just all discombobulated. My poor daughter has to, I mean, I shouldn't say poor daughter because she's finally getting to go to do the football game thing, but it has gotten so cold. It was 20 when I got up this morning, and it's not a whole lot warmer now. So yeah, that doesn't make it super fun when it's that cold. It's just a little bit over 3.5, I think, is what I decided. She's excited to be able to play. It's just that it has just gotten bitter cold here. So that makes it not so fun. I'm just barely going to tear anything off the top and bottom. We usually don't cool off quite this much this early, and I know for a lot of places that isn't really very cold, but we don't generally get into the negative numbers, except that one really bad winter we had. We definitely did, and there are times, but it's usually more like January before it's that cold. Okay, so see, you can see I've got spots all around where you can see that white, so that's why I wanted to paint it like that. Yeah, I love how she's got the snowball. That's funny. I need to find like some good words or something like that to put on this. I think today I'm mostly going to focus on just getting the surfaces covered, and then I will work on decorating. My glue stick. So I've made these before, and I'll try to remember to link the first video I did of this. It was one of my very, very first videos. So it was a few years ago, but I have made these type of pieces before. And I think I got the original idea from Susie, Creative Cafe Girl. She was doing something like this. But yeah, you can do it with any kind of large piece of paper. Okay, in here, and I'll worry about inking later too. See, these are the good spots for those top pictures, you know, because you can put that on there and still be able to see it. Tear this edge first. So yeah, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I'm actually filming this on Thursday, so we don't have any particular plans for this weekend. Probably have just something to do with raking leaves or whatnot, depending on the weather. We've been doing it as they fall, but you know, they just keep falling. I really want that top part to be that width roughly, so I might have to narrow it to go in the pocket just on the lower part. Tear just a tiny bit more off. This was a super fun digi to make. I really do, like I said, like making these winter ones. White paint just is fun to play with. Let's go in there now. Oh, it is. It's going to be a tight squeeze, but it fits. Doesn't need to go all the way down. That's also true. So let's see, where can we tear it just to get a little bit in the pocket. Let's do it about here. So I think this and my old Winter Wonder digi would go pretty good together if you were wanting to do like a whole winter journal. And I like it with like coffee dye papers and cream colored papers and things that go with it too. I don't know if you guys went over and watched Allie's video where she does the flip through of her Hinge journal, where she used my Winter Wonder digi. It turned out cute. She always does such a great job with all the trims and things. I'm not great with all that. I think it has to be kind of your thing, you know. She's really good at it. I mean, I do laces and things on shabby journals, but on a lot of other stuff I kind of don't do great. Okay, we're gonna have to do the top first because I can't get a hold of it right. Try to sneak it in here, see how it goes. So be smart and don't glue it first. Get overzealous with the showing you how to do it and then mess it up for myself. So yeah, I like how those envelope covers turned out. I think those will be fun because you could use them in, you know, anything really. It doesn't have to be those, like if you don't have those digis of mine, it's not a big deal. They'd just be fun to use with other things. And I think I'll use the other little girl on the sled. Leave her there. I think I'll put her there. I'm going to try to do 2 of these and have one be the green one I'm going to make more Christmassy. I may have said that already. And this one just more wintry. I think I'm just going to go with the 3.5 because it seems like I keep having to tear off part of it. I love this blue up here. Pretty. I'm not much of a blue person, but I definitely do like it in journals. And these winter ones especially. Yep, that's going to fit in there, so just tear off some of the bottom. She looks like a Eskimo with all the fluffy furry stuff around her face. It's cute. Okay, I already have a mess on this page. Okay, worked pretty good to do it this way, so let me figure out how much I left at the top. It's hard to see the fold in the middle. Okay, let's see, what do we want to put here? I guess I could use those two for ladies skating. And then on the backs I could probably use more of the plain papers too. You know, so you could write on those spots. So yeah, I'm quiet. I just don't have a whole lot to talk about at the moment. Kind of just the same old, same old. Coronavirus, blah, 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 right? Unfortunately, though, thinking of coronavirus, my husband's old boss, he had retired, but he just passed away yesterday from coronavirus, and he was only in his 60s, so that was super sad. I felt so bad for his wife. He had lung problems, so when Sean mentioned that, I was like, oh no, when he said he had gone into the hospital. It's a horrible thing. Definitely doesn't like, you know, that when people have lung stuff, it seems like that's a big issue. Yeah, we've been pretty fortunate in our area, knock on wood. We just really haven't had a whole lot of cases of it, but it is picking up. A lot more of the kids had it and stuff than they did. Okay. This goes pretty quick. That is the nice part about, you know, when you make something like that and all the sides are the same side and all that. Till you rip it wrong. I love these pictures of these ladies. The other ones that I just did was funny because they're like almost trying to race each other or something. With all their hats and dresses and everything. It's crazy when I think about wearing all that stuff all the time. How they did it, I don't know. But that's probably why we stopped doing that. Corsets have to be the worst. I don't know why anybody ever thought that was a good plan. Looks like misery. I mean, I guess you definitely wouldn't eat much because who could put that thing on? But it'd be a great diet method. They talk about how women used to faint and stuff all the time, and it's like, how could you not faint wearing that? And in the summer with all those petticoats and just all that garbage on, how in the world would you not faint? I like this. This is fun. Okay, so now we need to figure out what we're going to put on this one. I kind of want a picture on this one. I think I'll do these, the boys with the snowman, the 1911 Happy New Year. So let's see. And this one can be full length. Yeah, my daughter went last night and got those socks that heat up, like almost like the you know, those hand warmer things that you break and they heat up. They're supposed to be kind of like that, I guess. And then the hand warmers to go in the pockets. Because she said it was so bad last week when they played that she couldn't even hardly play because she couldn't move her fingers. And they wear gloves, but they're not like really winter gloves. They're, you know, marching band gloves. And so they just didn't keep her hands warm. She felt like she couldn't even move her fingers because it was so cold. So while they're at rest or whatever, she can put her hands in her pockets with the warmers. Okay, so these are going to be writing spots. So more of the, like you could write on that. That's the envelope. Okay, so let's see. You can definitely write on this one. And I think you could write on this part because this, if you're writing with black or something, black pen, it would probably work fine. And then we'll cover the bottom of the pockets. I just want to get all these panels done. Yeah, these would be super easy to do. I mean, you could make them really elaborate with, if you wanted to collage all over it, or, you know, add a lot more things than I am. But if you want to make up some quick gifts, I think these are a great way to do that. You just need paper big enough. And that brown paper will work, that like you wrap packages in or whatever. It just can't be the super heavyweight stuff like I have right now on a roll from Home Depot. And like I said, I think it's because, actually I might have got that one at Lowe's, I don't know. But anyway, just check the weight of it, that's all. The lighter weight one would be better for this than the big, thick, heavyweight one. But this packing paper is great. You could, if you wanted to do one, you know, not with white, you could ink it up, but you could also do red or green or, you know, whatever to make it look Christmassy. Around the edges. And that would be fun too. Let me make sure I'm not upside down because that would be totally like me. And these aren't going to give you lots of writing space, but there's enough to, you know, do a little bit of holiday memories or whatever. But you could, like, stitch in the middle here a little bit of paper, which I might do that. I wasn't holding that down very well. You really have to move down the ruler because it doesn't want to do it right. Without the weight on it. It works fine when you're not doing the edge, but the edge, you've got to be right on top of it. You probably can't get that to tear any better. Sorry, shaking the whole, oops, not that one. Try this, but I'll probably just make it worse. Take a little bit off of there. husband and I watched more of that sick call. Oh my goodness, that show's wacky. The premise is that the main character on it is kind of a loser, really. I mean, that's sort of what I would say. And is told that he has cancer, and his girlfriend was going to break up with him and all this stuff, but once he finds out he has cancer, you know, she's going to stay with him. And so then he's like, oh, you know, she does still love me and everything. And then the doctor calls him back a little while later and says, oh, I made a mistake, you don't have cancer. And so, but now the girlfriend's being really nice, and he knows she'll just leave if, you know, he says he doesn't have cancer. And so it's that whole, it's just goofy and crazy, and there's a whole lot more to the story too, but I don't want to ruin it for you if you decide to watch it. But yeah, it's just kind of ridiculous, really. It's sad after watching Queen's Gambit, because we all love that so much. It's sort of like you can't find anything that you like after watching something that good. It's kind of a whole letdown. Oh, I had pages here that I forgot I had. Ah, that guy. I like him. Well, I'll make a tag or something with that. I wonder if I could fit those kiddos walking up the hill with a sled. See, I'm going to go on the outside of this picture. Let's see if I can get it halfway straight. This is all sticky. And if you haven't watched Queen's Gambit, watch it. Because, wow, it's amazing. Amazing. Oh, I don't want to lose her sled. Huh. Yeah, that's probably not going to work. But I could use the top part to cover pockets. I'll save that for something. Okay. And I like this part up here with the doily. How wide are the 2.5? Is that what I said? Yeah. 2.5. I'll go a little bit less than 2.5. Oh, almost messed it up there. I'll use this one for another one. Right. And then we can add things to the pockets if we want to. Oh, did I do this one? What did I do? It's just a little taller, but it looks weird, so I guess I need to tear a little off. Okay. So I know this part is not super exciting, but I definitely wanted you to see, you know, kind of how I would do it. I would have not glued these up, though, first. I would have covered them with paper first and then glued them, just to make it easier. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but yeah, I think I probably will put some coffee dyed paper in the back in the seam there. Yep. For a minute there, I thought it was. Thought I heard something on the radio downstairs that was like making it 4 o'clock, and I'm like, no way. It's not. It's 2 o'clock here. Don't give me a heart attack, because I need to go start some soup around then. I'm going to do the chicken and rice. I did a roasted chicken last night, so I'm going to do chicken and wild rice soup. And I'm horrible because I can never remember names. I need to go look up the lovely, lovely lady who sent me the recipe. She was so, so sweet. I get, you know, lots of messages and talking to people. And it's just sometimes hard for me to remember names. I'm not great at that anyway, because it can literally, you can shake my hand and say your name, and it's like in one ear and out the other, and I don't know why I have to like say it over and over and over in my head to remember, and that's a horrible thing, I know, but it's just the way I am. So I'm going to put this piece on, and you can see that it's obviously not tall enough, but I'm going to put a strip of something else too, so. I don't know, do I want it underneath of that? Oh, I have this Florentine paper. I think I'm hoarding this because I just don't want to use it for anything. Oh, it's not a very big piece. And it's kind of oriented the other direction. Bummer. I don't think there's another one in here either. These are from last year, from Rachel at Roxy Creations. Yeah. I don't have a big piece of that will work, because that would look really pretty, but I might use it like on a tag or something. Oh my goodness. I'll do that later. But I can use some of this other blue paper that I have. Does it look good with it? I like that. I think I like this lighter one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'll tear it a little straighter if I can. What was it, 3.5? Yeah. Yeesh. Can't remember for 5 seconds. I don't know if I like that. I think I'm going to just have to use a whole piece because I don't like it like that. I can add other colors on there, but I just don't look there. That looked, this one would work. I'm going to go right through that Jan. Two and a half. I can add other things on top, and I think that'll be alright, but for some reason I just didn't like the way it looked. Okay, what did I do wrong now? Ooh, I don't know if it is, but don't know. So we're going to take a little more off. Okay. See, that's why I painted the white paint. Because I knew I would have edges, just because I wanted the torn edges. So if I'd have cut it all straight, it probably would not need the paint. So that's a thought as well, if you want to just measure them out and cut them all out. Be faster. This is, oh yeah, there we go. I can see George Washington there. Are you leaving? Text me. Love ya. Have fun. Do you have enough layers on?
Yeah.
She couldn't even hardly move. She had so much, so much on. Did you check what the temperature is right now?
Oh.
Well, I know that.
That's why we need 4 layers.
She gets to go get fed though, so that's kind of cool. They feed them before the game, so they get good stuff too. I think they're having gyros tonight. You have your hand warmers? I was asking Aiden if she had her hand warmers. Okay, so I think I got it all covered now. How long have I tortured you for? Let's see. Oh yeah, see, we're almost already done. That's a bummer. But yeah, I definitely think I want to put some coffee dyed paper in that back part. And then we'll put tags and things in all of these. And then some big tags for these. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there, and then we'll just keep working on this. And I may, you know, try to get the other one kind of caught up too, so that they're both covered and everything, and then we can just like decorate them together. So I hope you guys have an awesome evening. I hope you had a great weekend, and we will chat again soon. Bye-bye now.